This is the Storytime improv, and I'm gonna generate a word in the category of location because I feel like this is pretty simple. So we'll see what I get. We're gonna see. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, this is my story time. Okay, so there's a girl, her name's Evangeline. So Evangeline's in 10th grade, and she ends up making the varsity team. So this is a pretty big deal for a 10th grader to make the varsity team. That's really good. So it's the beginning of the basketball season, so it's about December. It's maybe 2 weeks after tryouts. And we know as Canadians that in the wintertime it gets ridiculously dark so early. Like at 5 p.m., it looks like midnight. They're identical. So Evie has a practice at 7 p.m. Okay. So at 7, as we know, it's already like pitch dark outside. So she has this practice and she's running late. So it's about like 7:05. And she starts debating. She's like, should I go in? Because she has a really, really intimidating, scary coach. Like this coach is a big guy and he does not play about any lates to practices, any missing games, or even just like your school attendance in general. Like he clocks that. Like he knows if you're late or not. Okay. So she's really worried. So her initial instinct is to be like, okay, what if I just park my car and just like park my car in the parking lot of the school and just wait for practice to end? Because she's too nervous to be confronted by her coach and be like, why are you late? Because she really didn't have any good excuse to be late. But also if she comes back home, she doesn't want to tell her parents that. So she has no other option but to really just stay in the parking lot, and maybe 2 minutes before everybody else gets out, she just scatters home. So Evangeline, basically what she does is Evangeline, just to clarify. Evie's like the small, the shorter version. Anyway, but Evie, basically what she does is she just sits in her car and typical teenage girl stuff, okay? She just has her music playing and she's just texting her friends, going through TikTok, on Snapchat. Typical behavior. And there's this one guy that she's been talking to. So his name is Avery. So Avery is one of the really, really popular guys. Okay. So all the girls like him and his friend group. So Evie is low-key like delighted. She's like, ooh, like I get to talk to him and I've had my eyes on him for quite a bit. So she talks to him. And they're just texting, and she didn't really tell him that she was skipping practice, but they're actually having such an amazing conversation. So deep down, she's like, yes, good thing I skipped, because I wouldn't be having this conversation with him. And then, all of a sudden, she gets a call from one of her friends on the basketball team named Jessica. So she was like, oh, why is Jessica calling me? Shouldn't she be in practice? So she answered it. She's like, hello, Jessica? And Jessica's like, hey, did you go to practice too? Like, are you at practice right now? And then Evie's like, oh, wait, no, wait. Like, I'm not at practice. And Jessica's like, oh, okay. Like, awesome. Like, can I just like, where are you? Like, do you want to hang out? Like, just typical. So Evie's kind of surprised. She's like, whoa, how is she not like scared that she's missing practice or that they're both like late? But anyway, Evie's just like, okay, sure. Well, I'm actually in the parking lot. And she explains her situation. She's like, hey, like, I was too scared to get confronted by coach. And I'm just like sitting here because I don't want my parents to know I'm skipping either. So Jessica's like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm going to come join you. Like, I'm like, let's hang out. So Jessica drives over to the school and she gets into Evie's car. So they're just together, they're vibing, and Evie ends up telling Jessica about Avery. She's like, oh, guess what? Like, did you know me and Avery are talking? Like, literally, like Avery, like the Avery. So Jessica's like, oh, really? And Evie kind of notices Jessica's kind of like jealous, like an undertone, like, really? You're talking to him? Like kind of just like rude. And Evangeline kind of realizes that and it's like, okay. And Jessica is like, oh, and then Jessica gets really deep into the business. She's like, oh, well, how long have you guys been talking for? Like, oh, what are you guys talking about? Like, can I see? And takes Evie's phone, gets up to that, goes up to that point where she takes her phone and is like going through and it's like, whoa, like, you guys are talking a lot. And then she's like, oh yeah, and she starts just looking out the window. And then all of a sudden, she starts to feel an arm around her neck. And there, she gets strangled to death. Because Jessica was jealous that Evangeline got Avery. So what Evie didn't know is that Jessica actually liked Avery for the longest time. And once Jessica found out that her own best friend, Evie, was talking to Avery, she was so jealous and just strangled her right there in that car and took her life.